Mexico gained its independence from Spain in 1823, establishing a federal republic. The state of Texas was an integral part of Mexico. Santa Anna, the Emperor of Mexico, granted land to Stephen F. Austin, who in return would recruit settlers and take responsibility of them. His group of settlers became known as the Old 300 and settled along the Brazos River. 23 other grants similar to this one were made, bringing settlers to the state, the majority of them coming from America. This was a continuation of the Manifest Destiny, and Texas was a great area of plentiful land for farming. These Texans were all truly Americans, but Mexican citizens. Problems start to arise because the difference between the Mexicans and the Texans were too great. The biggest difference was that of slavery. These settlers were from the South and favored slavery, but Mexico passes a law forbidding sale or purchase of slaves. Stephen F. Austin at first insisted Texans to adhere to Mexican law, but after his imprisonment for supporting Texas's statehood, he too supported independence. The Tejanos were soon outnumbered by the Anglo-Texans. The Mexican government wanted to address this by adding harsher immigration laws and taxes. These were mostly ignored and did not create their intended effect. Mexico felt the next step was to increase military occupation, but that only disturbed the Anglo-Texans, launching the Texas Revolution in 1835. The Texas Declaration of Independence in 1836 was the formal documentation of the independence. The first battle of the Revolution was the Battle of Gonzales on October 2, 1835. It was over a small cannon and a Texan victory showing that they could fight. The Battle of the Alamo was an estimated 90 minutes long, and the Texans were extremely outnumbered. All who defended the Alamo died. The Mexican army lost around 600 soldiers. This brutality ignited Texas' passion for independence. The final battle was the Battle of San Jacinto on April 21, 1836. Sam Houston, the commander-in-chief of the Texas Army, ordered an attack in the afternoon, killing 630 Mexican soldiers and taking more than 700 prisoners, including Santa Anna. Houston forced Santa Anna to sign the Treaty of Velasco, officially recognizing Texas as independent. The Texans immediately wanted to become a part of the United States, but the Northerners did not want to add another slave state, and the government did not want to experience another Missouri Compromise. The Van Buren administration declined annexation because they feared that adding greatly to the slaveholding area of the U.S. could be dangerous and disrupt the Union. Texas became the Republic of Texas and remained that way for 10 years. Electing Sam Houston as the first president. It wasn't until President Tyler was in favor of annexation, but his treaty was denied by Senate. When James Polk ran for presidency, he was in favor of territory expansion and was elected. This made Tyler's administration realize the public was in favor of expanding. A resolution came and was passed by Congress 4 days before Polk took office. It declared Texas would be added but split into 5 additional states.
Deep in the heart of Texas